Last year, we discussed lost media, so I feel this year we should continue that trend. But instead of talking about something that's lost, we should actually talk about something that was once considered lost, but thanks to its small and effective cult following, was once again able to see the light of day. But first, a little backstory. On October 28, 2000, Nickelodeon, as part of their Halloween weekend, will air the movie called Crybaby Lane. Originally intended to be a theatrical release with a $10 million budget, the film would later begin production as an $800,000 television movie. This film will air for one night, never to be seen again. Soon, theories began to circulate that the movie was banned outright by Nick for being too frightening for viewers, and parent complaints what led to it being shelved and never spoken of again. Soon, message board posts would appear with viewers talking about the personal experience watching the movie. It was starting to look as if this movie was only going to be a product of that night and that era only, never to be seen again, and only faint memories of those lucky enough to see it to begin with being the only evidence of its existence. And it was like that for the next 11 years. But in 2011, a Redditor would reveal that they found a copy of the movie recorded on the night it was first aired, and as an act of common courtesy, they released it online for a whole new generation to see. This has led to renewed attraction to the movie, and in turn, lead Nick to respond as to why it hasn't aired for years. Their response? They just forgot about it. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna stick with the whole too scared for children and parents got mad story as my headcanon for why this movie hasn't been seen for years. Okay. But eventually Nick became nice to the movie, and since then has aired again on the network, albeit on the 90s Are All That, later renamed Nick Rewind television block every Halloween, with the key difference being the rating change of TVY7 to TVPG. So, that's the story of how Crybaby Lane went from lost media to found media. But how is the movie itself? Was it worth all the trouble to find the movie after all these years? The movie as a whole, in my opinion, is kind of boring at times, with only a few moments where it's able to get my attention. The story as a whole is about a pair of brothers waking up with the spirit of an evil conjoined twin when they have a seance. Soon, the spirit of the evil twin possesses the town and the older brother, so it's up to the little brother Andrew to save the town. Now, while that may sound like a post-panic adventure, it kinda doesn't take advantage of several cool concepts. Like, in one scene it is shown that the evil twin possesses the brother, but it would have been cooler to see the twin possess others, like Mr. Bennett and even the mother. It would have been so cool if they went that route, but no. Speaking of the mother though, it would have been also interesting to see some more interaction between Bennett and the mom. In the movie, it was implied that an incident at a funeral was what led to this one-sided feud, where the mother hates Mr. Bennett. I wish we could have gotten more information out of it, maybe some more interactions, and maybe a reconciliation at the end of the movie. Also, I know it's a Nick movie, but I was so ready to see someone bite the dust in this movie. And if you think, it's a kid's movie, look at all the stuff they got away with already. It wouldn't be far off to think something like that could go down. The movie as a whole also feels like it's too short. The entire movie without commercials is a solid 70 minutes. I know it's too much asking considering this is an almost 20-year-old movie, but another 20 or so minutes could have helped flesh out more characters and improve some elements of the story. Because I feel the story went on too quickly, and at points when it should have been more fleshed out. The original plan was to make a $10 million theatrical film, but it was drastically cut down for TV. I feel that we did get this $10 million version, more stuff could have been done, but that original plan is for those who had a part in creating it to keep for themselves. What I can give this film is that there are some legit creepy moments in it. The story about the conjoined twins was good at being suspenseful and scary, and considering this movie was for kids, I feel it made for some good nightmare fuel the weeks after they've seen it. Also, for a 70-minute movie, it's really harmless enough that it doesn't feel like a waste of time. You watch it, and then you're done. That's that. In the end, Crybaby Lane, while it does achieve what it has to do at times, is not really a memorable film. The only thing that was able to keep the memory alive was, of course, the cool urban legend attached to it. If it wasn't for the legend, this film would be another forgotten part of Nick's history. Who knows? Maybe others enjoy the movie in regards to the legend. All I'm stating is that, without this legend, this movie would not have the appeal to try to be found. As for whether or not it deserves to be found, I'm a firm believer that if it deserves a chance, we need to find it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that what we find will be good. So, I'm gonna use this clip to summarize my answer. If you want to watch the movie yourself, several copies are on YouTube, from the original aired version to the newer versions. Let me know what you think of the movie in the comments below. As for me, I got some stuff I gotta take care of, so happy Halloween, I'll see you in December.